July 22nd, 2021, and we're out for a sail. It's been a while. We're not the only ones. International One Designs just got a start on a race. Fortunately, they're going away from us. I think we may have just had a collision over there. Okay. It's a pretty day out here today. There's the Coast Guard out there. Everybody's staying away from them to avoid getting inspected. Well, we're coming into an area with a lot of lobster gear, so I'm going to have to really watch it as we sail through here. We do not want to get tied up in it. We're between Sutton Island on this side and the Cranberry Islands on this side. So time to sail through the lobster gear. I'll get some more footage when we get a little more into it. Well, here's a little schooner rig boat. And a little more lobster gear. We're threading the needle between a couple of traps. Of course, the wind shifted, so we got headed. See, the lobster gear is fairly close, a fair amount. Makes sailing more interesting. At least these traps are not toggled. Well, here we are on the north side of Little Cranberry Island. A couple of little cottages over here. It's a tough life to have to rough it in a summer cottage like that, or any of these really. These are all summer homes. They're closed up for the winter. There's the Seaquestor Peninsula in the distance. It's about 6 or 7 miles from here, and the eastern part of Mount Desert Island. The big hill is Cadillac Mountain, and you can just see the bubbles, and a small lobster boat, and a couple more sailboats. And ahead over here, where the white pylon is East Bunker Ledge, and we're going to go a little bit past East Bunker Ledge before we turn around today. And this way, the land you can't see in the distance is Nova Scotia. There's East Bunker Ledge. In a minute or two, we will be east of East Bunker Ledge, since we're going almost due east. And we're getting back into some lobster gear ahead. And it's a bit trickier out here because a lot of these traps are toggled, which means there are two floats. A small one, which supports the weight of the line, and a bigger one that is connected to the small one with a short line, usually anywhere from about 15 to 30 feet. And you do not want to go between the main or large float and the small toggle, because that's a line that's very close to the surface. Right up here we have a toggled lobster float, this white one with the orange top, and the small float just a little ways from it is the toggle. And as I said, there is a line going from the toggle to the main float, and it's probably no more than 4 or 5 feet down. So toggles can be a real hazard, particularly if the wind or the tide is setting them across your course. And there's Mount Desert Island again. There's the French ship sloop Linda, which sails out of Northeast Harbor, heading out with a load of tourists. Over here we've got Seal Harbor, and we're heading back in to go on the north side of Sutton Island, which is over here on the port bow. Well, here we are, just starting to go past Sutton Island here. It's the east end of it there. And although when we came out the wind was northeast, now it seems to be primarily northwest. And of course we're trying to go west, or slightly north of west, until we get past these rocks. It's just about low tide, and there are some nasty rocks here on this end of Sutton. But we haven't got far to go before we're past them, and then we can fall off a little. There's Seal Harbor on the other side, and the hills of Mount Desert Island. We're nearing the west end of Sutton Island now. The wind got pretty light there for a while, but it's picked up again, and we're up to 3.5 knots after sailing at 2 knots for a while. And on the other side we have Bear Island, although from this direction the trees block the view of the lighthouse. Bear Island's an interesting island in that it belongs to Acadia National Park, but they leased it out to somebody who has a summer home in the lighthouse, and their condition is that they maintain the lighthouse, but that puts the island off limit to anybody else. Okay, as we come up here to the end of Sutton Island. Oh, harbor porpoise right there. See if it comes up again. It was right by the white lobster float with the orange top. Heading to the left, and I don't see it again. Oh well, back to sailing. Oh. Well, this is the west end of Sutton here, and it's we're just about at low tide, so there's some nasty rocks over there. You don't want to go too close over there at this state of the tide, or you could get a nasty surprise. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but on that small pinnacle of rock there is a big osprey nest that's been there for many, many years. I don't know if it's occupied this year. And there's Bear Island on the other side, and you can see the lighthouse now as we sail west into the Great Harbor from the Eastern Way. And the boats on moorings over there are in Northeast Harbor, where I cruised the other day aboard my powerboat Tortuga. And ahead of us, headed back to Southwest Harbor, we have the French ship sloop Lousy. the osprey nest is a little more visible from right here, but still difficult to pick out. As we sail past the west end of Sutton, and this little schooner that we saw sailing in is now motoring out. Okay, that pretty much wraps up today's sail. We're just going to head back across the Great Harbor here to Southwest Harbor and call it a day. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed going out for a sail with us on board our Allied Princess 36 Seaquestor.